price less than anywhere else. It's our way of saying thank you to our customers and to make sure everyone has a great holiday. With our incredible selection, you'll find something for everyone. So save time and money this year at the holiday gift department at your furniture superstore, Mathis Home.
NBC4 News at 5 starts with breaking news.
And that breaking news at 5, those strong winds fueling a huge brush fire that exploded in Ventura County, forcing mandatory evacuation. Several of those homes have now burned and people have been injured. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Annabelle Sedano. We're talking about the mountain fire, which has burned more than 10,000 acres. It's not just people being evacuated, but horses and large animals as well. The wind conditions could get worse throughout the night.
We're going to begin our coverage right now with meteorologist Melissa McGee, who's got the very latest in our first alert forecast. Melissa?
Colleen and Annabelle, we heard Ventura County fire officials say this is a classic Santa Ana wind event. Very strong Santa Anas coming in from the north and east, traveling all the way down through the canyons and passes, down to the south and west, making their way all the way down to the coast. So I want to give you very latest with the mountain fire in Ventura County. As we look at the latest observation data, Moore Park, the issue not so much the temperature. These are cool Santa Anas. Relative humidity down to the teens, 18% there. Camarillo, we're down to 13%. So anytime you're dealing with Santa Anas, we are dealing with also rapid fire growth because of the winds as well as the low relative humidity. Some of the gusts we've seen so far today, 85 miles per hour, Magic Mountain Truck Trail, Chatsworth 83, Newhall Pass 71 miles per hour, Pacoima 70 and 62 miles per hour in Banning. Looking at some of the current gusts, 40 miles per hour Santa Clarita, 41 miles per hour there in Oxnard, and relative humidity dropping down into the teens and the single digits. This is what the National Weather Service is calling a particularly dangerous situation. The last time they issued something like this was 4 years ago. Very rare that you will see the National Weather Service use verbiage like this. So this means we're dealing with sustained winds at 35 miles per hour and gusts at 60 miles per hour for at least 3 hours and dry fuel on the ground. We're going to have very latest with the fires and the weather that we're tracking coming up in just a little bit. I'll send it back over your way.
All right, Melissa, thank you. And of course, as we've been telling you, this fire has really exploded, 10,000 plus acres in just a very short period of time.
Terrifying conditions for so many people who live in this particular neighborhood. Our Jonathan Gonzalez is there. Jonathan, can you tell us exactly whereabouts you're at?
Absolutely, Annabelle and Colleen. We're right off of Valley Vista Drive, which is one of the main thoroughfares up here in the hills above Camarillo. We're on the specific street, Marine View Drive, right off of Valley Vista, where several homes have burned. Right here, we're in the backyard that is completely charred. We can show you. This is where we understand that a woman who lives at this home, her horse was here in the stable. She and the horse were able to evacuate safely, but you see all the damage that was done. Now, the flames off in the distance that we're trying to show you right now, that is the home next door. That home is destroyed. That home is gone. The flames are still active, though, and there are about 4 cars on that property that are also destroyed by this fire. Now, we want to come back out here and show you how quickly this fire spread. It actually went up into this area, but firefighters were able to save this particular house. We spoke with a neighbor who was checking on this house for the woman who lives here, and he was able to get in contact with her and talk her through what was left. And thankfully, she still has a home standing, but like I mentioned, just down the road, that's not the case. A home across the next door is gone. Across the street from that is gone. And moments ago, we heard this loud snap, and it's that giant tree branch you see sitting now in the middle of Marine View Drive that fell from that tree, which we were just under moments ago. That is now an issue because there are fire engines and fire apparatus and firefighters on the other side of that branch. We can only hope that they have another exit point on their side, because that's now blocking the road. You can see the tree itself is still smoldering. It's still on fire right in front of a home. The only thing standing left is the chimney. Same case over here. So again, 1 house saved, 2 are gone, and unfortunately that's the nature with these fires. We've seen it time and time again where it'll burn this home, and then skip over several others. We spoke with a photographer who was out here and told us that's the case up and down these neighborhoods. So this fire is scary how quickly it spread. When we talked to that neighbor who was checking on this house, he told us he was out playing pickleball on his property when all of a sudden the winds kicked up. About an hour later, there was a palm tree next door that was on